The galaxy had been quiet for centuries, and the Supreme Star Council believed it would stay that way. They lived with confidence, almost arrogance, thinking no new species would ever dare enter their space again. Their sensors watched thousands of sectors, yet nothing unusual ever appeared. So when a faint signal arrived weak, broken, almost lost in static, the Council ignored it. But one observer did not. Archivist Lurian, an old alien scholar, replayed the strange signal many times. It sounded like a warning, maybe even a distress call. The voice was rough, human-like, and carried fear. It said only one thing: incoming. Brace yourselves. Lurian tried to alert the Council, but they dismissed him instantly. No one is coming. No species has approached our borders in over 1,000 years, they declared. But in the dark void beyond their edge, something was moving. Something fast. Something powerful. Deep in Sector 19. A patrol drone picked up a flickering, enormous energy surge, like engines burning at impossible levels. The drone scanned again, and detected multiple signatures, all approaching in perfect formation. Yet the Council still refused to respond. Hours later, the first explosion lit up the void. A massive asteroid, drifting for millions of years, suddenly shattered into burning fragments. A shockwave rippled across nearby systems. Observers panicked, thinking it was a weapon test by some unknown empire, but then they saw it, a silhouette cutting through the debris. A massive ship, angular, armored, glowing blue from its engines, emerged from the darkness, followed by dozens. Then hundreds. Then thousands. A fleet. A Warfleet, humanity's Warfleet. The species, the galaxy thought, was extinct. The species no one expected to return. The warning was real. The Council had ignored it, and now the humans had arrived, ready, organized, and coming with force. The Council's chambers shook as alarms finally began to scream across every tower. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy's defense network activated all at once. Red lights flashed. Screens flooded with warnings. And every message said the same thing: unidentified fleet approaching. But the fleet was no longer unidentified. It had a name, a forgotten one. A name that returned like a ghost from ancient history. Humanity Commander Thalon, head of the Council Defense Watch, stared at the holomap as thousands of blue energy trails streaked toward their borders. His voice trembled, something no one had ever seen from him. How can humans be alive? Their planet was declared silent. Their species lost. This is impossible. Archivist Lurian finally stepped forward. I warned you. The signal was real. Earth was never gone, they were only preparing across the stars. The human Warfleet advanced like a moving storm. Their ships were unlike anything the Council remembered from old reports. Bigger, heavier, faster, built for war, built for fear, built for a return. The leading vessel, a massive dreadnought, fired its engines and sliced through space like a blade. Behind it, rows of cruisers, destroyers, carriers, and Titan-class warships filled the void. Their formation was perfect, cold, calculated, disciplined. Every system saw it. Every species felt it. Rumors spread like wildfire. Humanity is back. The Deathworlders have returned. The silent planet now brings a fleet. Yet not a single human transmission came through. No threats, no demands, no explanations. Only silence. A silence more terrifying than any weapon. The Council scrambled ships into defensive positions. But they were too late. The human fleet was already within striking distance. Engines glowing brighter, weapons powering up, shields rising like shimmering walls of light. The galaxy had expected no visitors, but Earth had come anyway, and they came with force. The human Warfleet slowed as it entered Council territory even at reduced speed. Their ships radiated raw power. Thousands of alien worlds watched the live broadcast, breath held, waiting for the first move. But the humans said nothing. Their silence felt like a storm gathering above dry land. Defense Commander Thalon ordered every Council ship into a defensive ring. Frigates, interceptors, and cruisers formed shaky lines around the system's edge. Their engines glowed weakly compared to the thunder roaring behind the human dreadnoughts. Open a channel, Phalon demanded. The communications officer tried again and again, but every attempt returned the same silent response. No reaction. They are ignoring our calls. Ignoring them just like the council ignored the warning. Suddenly, a small shape detached from the human fleet. A single craft, sleek, angular, glowing with blue thrusters, moved forward. It headed directly toward the council's command ship. Panic spread instantly. Is it an attack craft? Is this an assassination attempt? Are we at war? Archivist Lurian studied the ship's movements carefully. No. They are not aiming weapons. They want something else. The craft stopped just meters before the council flagship and released a small floating orb of white light. Sensors went wild, unable to scan it. The orb drifted calmly, as if watching the aliens. Then it projected a symbol, bright, sharp, unmistakable, the emblem of Earth, a simple circle, a single star, a mark of humanity. The council chamber fell dead silent. Every alien felt a cold chill run through their bodies. Finally, the orb spoke. Its voice was calm, steady, and unmistakably human. We tried to warn you. You refused to listen. Now we speak once more. Every screen in the galaxy flickered. Prepare for humanity's message. The real first contact was only beginning. The glowing orb expanded, forming a holographic figure, tall human silhouette, armored in dark plates, face hidden behind a sharp metal visor. The entire council chamber froze. The figure did not speak for several seconds. It simply watched them, measuring their reactions, studying their fear. Then the human voice echoed like thunder. We did not return for war, but we did not return weak. Every alien leaned closer. Breath held, the hologram continued, steady and controlled. We sent warnings. You ignored them. We sent signals. You dismissed them, yet we still came here. Not as enemies, but as witnesses. Commander Thalon frowned. Witnesses, to what? The hologram turned its head, almost sensing his question. A threat is coming, one the council refuses to acknowledge. We faced it first. We survived it, and now, it follows us. A wave of whispers spread through the chamber. A threat following the humans. Something powerful enough to chase an entire Warfleet. Archivist Lurian asked, voice shaking. What kind of threat? For the first time, the hologram flickered, and an image appeared. A massive shadow, stretching across stars. Dozens of unknown ships, black, sharp, and pulsing like living creatures. The screen. The room went cold. We call them the human voice said. They consume everything. Planets, moons, fleets. Thalon felt his chest tighten. Why bring them here? The hologram answered without emotion. We did not bring them. They are already coming. Suddenly, every long-range sensor blared at once. Bright red alerts flashed across the system. Incoming signatures. Hundreds. No. Thousands. The same shapes, the humans, showed the devourers had arrived. Humanity hadn't come to conquer, they had come to warn, but the warning was no longer enough. The galaxy was already out of time. The alarms shifted from warning to pure panic as the devourer fleet tore into the darkness behind the stars cracked open like shattered glass, revealing twisted ships that looked alive, covered in dark veins, glowing red cores, and jagged limbs that pulsed like beating hearts. Archivist Lurian whispered, they are not machines. They are creatures. The first devourer vessel roared, not with engines, but with a deep, monstrous vibration that shook every ship in the system. Council frigates tried to form a defensive line, but the enemy moved faster than anything they had ever seen. 3 council ships fired their plasma cannons. The devourers didn't dodge. They didn't shield. They simply absorbed the shots. And grew larger. Commander Thalon stumbled back in horror. They feed on energy. Humanity's hologram reappeared, voice firm. We tried fighting them alone. We learned the hard way weapons will not stop them. A devourer creature latched onto a council cruiser. Its limbs pierced the hull like spears. Within seconds, the entire ship dissolved, consumed cell by cell until nothing remained but drifting dust. Screams echoed across comms. No retreat vector. They are blocking every jump lane. We are trapped. Then, for the first time, the humans spoke with force. Focus your fleets behind us. Do not fire unless we command it. The council officers stared at the holomap. The human Warfleet had shifted into a massive V formation, engines burning with terrifying power. Lurian whispered. They prepared for this, didn't they? The hologram nodded slightly. We learned their weakness. We built a weapon for this moment, but it requires all your ships to stay clear. The Devourers surged forward, ready to consume everything. Humanity powered their dreadnoughts. The void trembled. The final battle was about to begin. The Devourer swarm closed in, their living ships spreading like a tidal wave of darkness. Every council fleet pulled back, forming a massive crescent behind the humans. Fear filled every alien heart, but the human Warfleet did not flinch. Inside the lead dreadnought, humanity's commander gave a single order: activate the Soul Lance. A long, metallic cylinder unfolded from the dreadnought's spine. Energy built inside it, bright, white, and growing hotter with every second. The weapon hummed with a deep vibration strong enough to shake. Nearby ships, Archivist Lurian watched the readings and gasped. This is star energy. The hologram of the human envoy confirmed it. We forged it from the sun itself. The Devourers cannot consume what burns hotter than life. A Devourer, Leviathan, larger than 10 cruisers combined, lunged forward, jaws opening like a void. Humanity fired first. The Soul Lance erupted. A beam of white energy sliced through the darkness, carving a line across the battlefield. The Leviathan screamed as its body melted into drifting ash. The entire swarm recoiled, their red lights dimming in fear. For the first time, the Devourers retreated, but humans were not finished. All dreadnoughts charged together. A second blast fired, then a third, each one tearing through the enemy swarm like burning arrows through glass. The sky lit up with white fire as the Devourers collapsed, breaking apart until the last creature crumbled into dust. Silence returned to the stars. The council watched, stunned. Humanity had saved them. Humanity, the forgotten species, the abandoned world, the silent planet. Commander Thalen bowed his head. We owe you our survival. The human hologram flickered one last time. Remember this day, we did not come for glory. We came because the galaxy needed us. The hologram vanished, and the human Warfleet slowly turned away behind a galaxy that would never forget the day Earth arrived in force.